We're moving on to this. A mom on Instagram asked her fellow millennial parents how they want to be addressed by their kids' friends. So check this out.
What are we calling ourselves? Like, how are we introducing ourselves? Or what do we expect other kids or teachers to call us? Because when I was growing up, I called my parents' friends Mr. and Mrs. Blank. But I cannot imagine a child calling me Mrs. Wilder. I also could not imagine introducing myself to a child as Mrs. Wilder.
So, sorry, I'm like, who's reading
Riveted.
It's me. What do you expect kids to call you?
Okay, this is interesting because I think it actually flows out of the last topic really, really well. This is a generational divide. We would never in a million years imagine thinking of going up to our principal and saying, "Hi, Brian."
Yeah.
Like, it just doesn't happen. Like, so generationally, we were raised, it's Mr., it's Mrs., it's Sir, it's Ma'am. Now, there's a lot of great things that come with that. We were also very different kids. We weren't tracked. We were maybe, we didn't have a lot of maybe the same challenges that a lot of kids have today. A lot of teachers have challenges today. A lot of parents have challenges. Where I saw this enacted for the first time, and it made me change my mind on this, because I think that a title does denote respect. However, during the pandemic, I pulled my daughter out of public school, and I put her into a private school. And this private school had a very explicit rule that everybody calls everybody by their first names. Everybody. You call your teachers by your first names. And I went, oh, I don't know about this. It worked so beautifully. And I'm going to tell you why, because they believe respect doesn't come from a title, it's how you behave. So to them, it was tone, it was attitude, and it actually put the teachers and the kids on an even playing field. And I found actually closer connection and less hierarchy. It wasn't about, I know more than you because you're just a kid. It was much more collaborative. Now, they were smaller classes. I don't know if this would work in a classroom
Not in
setting.
public, not in public school, baby.
I
went to public
but
school.
I've seen it and it
I don't know
works.
about that.
It actually didn't work that way for me. I was in teachers college, so I was probably 4 years older than the kids that I was teaching. And so I needed that Miss McKenna, even though inside I'm like, Miss McKenna. I needed it for that sort of delineation, that respect. But for me now, I mean, the other day I was at the skate park with my son, and some probably 25-year-old goes, "Have a nice day, miss." And I'm like, oh, that feels like for ladies who lunch.
You know what?
At least you didn't get a ma'am.
You know what that clip and what you just said sounds like? It sounds like it's more the problem with the mom who's struggling with the fact that you're in this new phase of your life where you're an adult now and you're a little bit older, and I know you're accustomed to calling everybody else. Maybe in your mind you're still 17, but you are 47 and you are a mother of two children. And it's okay for people to call you Miss or Mrs. such and such. And I also think there's a huge component, part of this is culture. For Caribbean culture and Hispanic culture and Asian culture, respecting your elders and calling them a certain way and walking into a room and addressing them with eye contact, it's a non-negotiable, and if you don't do it, it's seen as so disrespectful. I kind of like watching little kids walk into a room and their parents saying, address that person properly. I cringe a little bit when I see kids call their parents by their first name. I don't know what it is.
Kids call their parents?
By their first name. You've never seen that?
What should they call? What do you mean?
When they walk into a room, they're like, hey, Kate. Yeah, hey, Kate.
You prefer mom.
I prefer mom. I prefer like auntie. And even I cringe sometimes because my friends' kids, like sometimes they're like, oh, call her Auntie Andrea. And I'm like, well, I'm not really your aunt. But I understand what the parents are trying to do, and I will always like that a little bit more. I know it's not new age, but I like it.
It's funny. What do Giant's friends call you?
They call me Cynthia. Like, I can't imagine. I'm like this millennial mom. I can't imagine it coming from there. And I guess I just feel like, I don't know. I think that I would never want to be called Mrs. ever, because that's...
Or ma'am.
Oh, ma'am, not
Why
at all.
not?
But Mrs. really bothers me too, because it reduces me. My identity suddenly becomes about my relationship to my partner. I don't like that at all. Ms. at least is neutral.
But wait, but hold on. In all circumstances? Because if you were checking into a hotel and they were like, Miss Loyst, your room's ready.
You like that?
I don't mind that.
Okay, see?
I think because it's like, it makes me feel fancy. So it doesn't make me feel like I'm being like differentiated by a kind of like, it distances me when somebody would refer to me. It's like you automatically are putting a barrier by calling me Miss Loyst. And maybe in the context of a hotel, I like that distance, and it's like, oh, you're fancy over there. But in the context of like a little kid, it's like, I want to be close to my kids' friends. I don't want to be seen as a distant Mrs.
And I just met your mom for the first time the other day, and without a hesitation, what did I call her?
You called her Miss Loyst, but I guarantee you she would have loved if you called her Diane.
You know what? She didn't seem to have a problem with the Mrs. Loyst. She hugged me afterwards. I'm just saying, Sin.
Again, just don't call her ma'am.
Yeah.
Hey, you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.